Hello YouTube, this is Roger with Roger's Reviews. Today we're going to be talking about Uber and Lyft, and using Nissan Leaf, an electric vehicle, a 2013, to drive people around. I was trying to make a little extra money, or just basically try out how Lyft worked. And I applied for Lyft and got all my information and my banking information hooked up, and I started driving Lyft in my Nissan Leaf. Well, I soon found out that you can't give many rides in a Nissan Leaf before you run out of battery. So when I first bought my Leaf, it would get close to 100 miles, maybe 80 or 90 miles to a full charge. But the problem doing lifts is sometimes you don't always know where you're going, and Jacksonville is very spread out, Jacksonville, Florida. So I would give a couple rides and I'd be doing fine, and then all of a sudden I'd get a lift to the airport or on the other side of town. And so basically I would give the lift, and then I would be stranded on the other side of town. I'd have to find a place to charge to get back home. So not recommended on an older Leaf to do Lyft or Uber. If you want to do Lyft or Uber, you have to have something with at least, I would say, 120 minimum to 150 miles minimum range to do Lyft or Uber, especially in Jacksonville, because you can get a ride to the airport and back, and it'll basically take all your juice if you have under 100 miles. So yes, I definitely recommend using a newer Leaf, like the newer Leafs, like the 2019 or newer. They have 150 plus range, but definitely would not, unless you have a good charging network, where you have a quick. Mine doesn't have a quick charger. If I had a quick charger, I'd be able to stop at Nissan dealerships and quick charge. You can charge at almost 400 miles an hour at a quick charger, but still, it's still pretty tight. You're going to run into problems because there's not that many dealerships in Jacksonville, Florida, with quick chargers that are available and operable. So I was just stuck with the 220 level 2 chargers, and I couldn't quite do it. I ran Lyft for probably about 2 or 3 weeks, maybe a month, and I kept running into problems with range. And then also too, Lyft froze my account a few times for no reason. I had a few hundred, or like 100, 200 bucks in there. I didn't really need the money, but for some reason they froze the account, so I didn't have access to the funds until like a week later. So if you are driving for Lyft or Uber, I would recommend basically banking your funds immediately. Don't let them build up to a couple $100, because they can freeze your account at any time or lock it up, and you won't have access to your money. And if you need that money, you're going to be in trouble. So, like I said, Uber or Lyft. Don't recommend the Nissan Leaf. It doesn't have enough range unless you have a newer model. And also too, when you're driving for Uber or Lyft, every chance you get, take your funds and deposit it into your bank account. Don't let them hold on to your money, because sometimes the access to your money will get frozen for some reason, and you won't have access to it. So make sure you keep, every chance you get, download your bank your cash out of your, check your balance. If you have more than like 20 or 30 bucks, go ahead and deposit to your account. Don't let them hold on to your money, because it might get frozen. But I had a good time. I might do it again when I get another vehicle with more range. But the electric vehicles are the way to go if you have more range, because most of your cost is fuel. So you can eliminate or lessen the fuel cost with an electric vehicle. It's going to be a lot more profitable for you. So get an electric vehicle or EV with more than 150 miles, And with a fast charger, preferably close to 200 miles with a quick charger or supercharger, and you should be doing good. If you have EV with over 200 or 300 mile range, maybe closer to 300 like a Tesla, you can pretty much drive all day without having to charge. So that's another good option. Again, this is Roger with Roger's Reviews, talking about EVs and Uber and Lyft. If you like this video, please crush the like button and subscribe, and I'll be bringing you more. Thank you and peace. God bless.